just a summary. As you are probably aware, Wyatt was hospitalized yesterday. He had some concerning symptoms going on. He was having trouble with oxygen again, and had this very strange swelling in the right half of his chest and all down his front leg. And so I brought him over to Penn Vet in Philly. Penn Vet is a teaching hospital, and therefore they have very high qualified specialty vets there and an ER there. It's, one of, if not the top vet hospitals in this area, and we have quite a lot, so that's saying something. Wyatt has seen a cardiologist there about a month ago, so he does have a little bit of history there, but it's not been his primary hospital that he's been seeing over the last couple of months. His primary hospital does not have a cardiologist. So I wanted to go to a hospital that had a cardiology team, and one that I trusted, because I was suspicious that this might be heart related. And we got some interesting diagnostics back. So first of all, I'll just say that, he's doing well. He's in the oxygen cage at the hospital. He is breathing heavy when they take him off oxygen, so he's definitely doing better in the oxygen cage. But he's eating. I brought a overnight bag with all of his food and medicine and everything that he needs. So he is, doing well. He's comfortable. He's not agitated. He's doing okay. He's not in any kind of critical way. They took x-rays yesterday of his chest, and several radiologists took a look at them. And it's hard to definitively say what's going on with Wyatt with x-rays. We've been having, Wyatt's had, 5 chest x-rays maybe at this point in his life. Since he was a month old, he's been getting chest x-rays. And, largely it was because of the aspiration pneumonia, and we were tracking that through x-ray. One of the things that this new hospital detected and believe might be, it's not 100% diagnosed, but it looked like he had, and I'm going to say this out loud, I gave the mods the spelling of this because this is very long. Thankfully, there's an acronym that you can use. So it's called peritoneal, pericardial, diaphragmatic hernia. The acronym is PPDH. So that's all you need to remember is PPDH.
this is a condition where there is a hernia, which is an unnatural opening, where organs are moving through that opening, that hole where they shouldn't be, into areas of the body that they shouldn't be. So what they think they saw on the x-ray was actually his intestines had moved through the hernia, through that hole that shouldn't be there, into his chest cavity, and they could actually see where it was pressing on his heart. They can't say with 100% surety that it's PhDD. Is that what I said? PPHD? PPDH. But I would say, they feel pretty confident about it. Part of what's hard with Wyatt is he has so many things going on. It's not just one thing going on inside his body, that it's hard to figure out, exactly what is happening, because there's sort of so many abnormalities on one x-ray. So, so that pressure that's happening, that shouldn't be happening in his chest, can cause heart problems. It can cause breathing problems. It can cause regurgitation. It's very common actually to see regurgitation. And so if he has this PPDH, it actually would explain many of the symptoms that he's having. Some breathing difficulty might be related to some of the heart problems he has. Probably, it's then not megaesophagus, it's this PPDH that's causing the regurgitation. So, I don't want you to think, oh, well, why, he's had 4 x-rays in the past, why didn't his last hospital diagnose this? And the reason is because the organs actually move in and out from that hole. And so at any one time, if they take an x-ray image, his intestines might not have been pressing up against his heart at that exact moment. It's very fluid. So it's very possible that's why it didn't show up in any x-rays before. So I don't want anyone to think, oh, he wasn't at the right hospital, or, his doctor missed this in the past, because this new hospital has all of those images, all of those x-rays that were taken at his last hospital. They have access to those and have reviewed all of those. So they did not see this on any of the past x-rays. So I just want to make that clear that, we're not talking about that one hospital is better than the other or anything like that. But it just happened to be that at this moment when they got the x-ray, they could see that his intestines appeared to be up in his chest cavity. And so what does that mean? So there, in many cases, it does require surgery to fix. So that is a possibility. And there are sort of, a couple other things that just unrelated probably, that they saw some things with the heart and had a couple theories of what might else be happening within him. And so I had a really long conversation with his criticalist this morning about where we are with Wyatt's care and what is our goal with Wyatt. right? I don't want Wyatt to ever be suffering. I don't want Wyatt to, have a poor quality of life. And up to this point, he's been very happy. He's been, he enjoys life. He hasn't been suffering. He hasn't been distressed. And he's not right now either. So, so we want to continue to fight for him because he hasn't given up yet. It's very clear that he wants to continue living. And so, we've been somewhat conservative in the treatment that we've done up to this point. Mostly because I've been very fearful of anesthesia and very fearful of the possibility of losing him. Okay. Anytime the topic came up, I panicked and I said, I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready. Talking with the doctor yesterday and today, I feel very confident at this point in time that we have reached the point where we need a full body CT scan in order to give Wyatt the chance to live in comfortably during whatever time he has with us, that we need to know more exactly what's going on with him. Right now, all of the treatment that we've been doing has been a shot in the dark. We don't have any definitive diagnoses. We've just been trying different medications to just see if they work. Basically just shooting blind. And just kind of hoping that they do something. But I think we're at the point now where we need more definitive information than we've gotten. And that means having the CT scan done. Yes, it does mean that he needs to go under anesthesia. Yes, that is risky for any cat, but particularly Wyatt. But I feel like if we don't do this now, he will continue to have these episodes of, not being able to breathe correctly. He could be getting worse. There could be things like his heart that are actually worsening when there might be a fix for it. There might be a surgical fix for some of these things that are wrong with him, or even a medicinal fix. But because we don't know what his body looks like in detail, we haven't been able to focus our treatment on exactly what he needs. So, for example, if he has this PPDH, we might be able to surgically fix that for him, and it might alleviate some of these other issues that he has. If we don't do the CT scan, we will never know. We will not know whether he has PPDH, whether he has a congenital heart problem, whether he has aspiration pneumonia, whether he has. We're also going to get a scan of his head, so we'll see finally what's going on with his jaw. We need to do this for his thinking longer term quality of life and comfort. So
So that's the decision I made, that we're going to move forward with this CT scan. Now, there's a couple of caveats to this. They want to do the CT scan tomorrow. First, they're running blood work on him today, just as any vet will run blood work on a higher risk patient before anesthesia. They're going to run that blood work just to make sure that, he is a candidate for anesthesia. And they're going to redo the echocardiogram on his heart and have a cardiologist sign off that his heart will be okay for anesthesia. It is possible that a cardiologist will see his echo and not sign off on it. So that is always a possibility. But I'm hoping he gets the all clear after this echo and that we can move forward. So I will know tomorrow morning. The criticalist will call me and let me know, and she'll have a last minute, are we ready to go call with me before they run this tomorrow. Now, I'll tell you one thing that reassured me listening to this doctor is how prepared this hospital is for this procedure. They will have not only one anesthesiologist, but a team of board certified anesthesiologists who will be in the room with Wyatt during the whole procedure. They will have their surgical team on standby because if they have results from the CT scan, for example, maybe this PPTH, if they see that there is something surgically that can be repaired and he's doing well under anesthesia, they might just perform the anesthesia the surgery right then and there while he's under. So their surgical team is going to be prepped. They'll have all the knowledge beforehand and they will be ready to jump in if needed. His cardiologist there has to give the okay. Of course, his criticalist will be there, and his internal medicine team at Penn now. So the number of highly qualified vets that will be in this room with Wyatt is very reassuring. And also, his criticalist this morning went through how prepared they're going to be in the room with thinking through sort of scenarios that could happen. That they'll have a trach tube there ready to go if something happens with his breathing. They'll be ready to insert a trach immediately. She ran through, different scenarios that could happen while he's under anesthesia and how they will have everything in the room ready to go in these cases that could potentially happen. I just feel like we couldn't hit a better team of people, a better facility, and the time is right. And I'll tell you, 2 weeks ago, I was not prepared for this, but I hope that you guys trust me and trust this team that he's with now, that, if he has a shot, this is it. I really believe that this is the chance he needs. Now, while he's under, I told you, they're going to try to do as much as possible when he's anesthetized, as long as he's doing well. So
the priority is the CT scan. They'll also try to do the tracheal wash, which is the process where they collect the bacteria in his lungs so that they can run a culture and determine exactly what is going on in his lungs. So what type of bacteria is in there, and therefore exactly what antibiotic will kill it. That's something that we've wanted to do for a while. And again, it'll only happen if he's responding well to anesthesia and, you know, he's not in crisis. So, I really hope that we can get answers tomorrow. That's, you know, ultimately what we want. We want answers so that we can treat him properly, so that he can live an enjoyable life. Like I said, for as long as that may be. So that's where we are. I am going to hear tonight from his criticalist. Just a quick update tonight, just letting me know how his blood work looked today, and, you know, just letting me know how he's doing today. But I don't expect anything really tonight as far as an update goes. I don't think there'll be anything major to report tonight. Tomorrow morning is when I'll get the call in the morning that like I said, she'll tell me, you know, if cardiology signed off on him, and, you know, are we ready for sure? We're going ahead with it. So, and then he will need to stay in the hospital even after he has the CT scan. They always keep him for at least 24 hours after the anesthesia, just to make sure there's no complications. So, you know, talking to the criticalist, she expects, you know, he will, no matter what, he will be there until at least Tuesday, no matter what happens. So, you know, we should plan for that. So, that's it. That's, I think, my whole update. I have not been reading chat. Sorry. I know there's been a lot of talk going on. I'll pause if there are any questions. Gina, you're right. I am not making this decision lightly. This is, you know, this has been something I have thought about very thoroughly. I don't know about the dentist being on call. I feel like whatever is going on with his jaw will not be like a split second decision, like see the CT scan and then perform surgery right away. Like, I feel like that's something where they'll need to analyze the imaging a bit and come up with a plan for his jaw. I just don't see it happening where they can perform surgery right away. But it is a good point, and I will get in touch with his dentist. That's a different center where his dentists are, but I can at least give them a heads up and just see, you know, what they think as far as being there. They had offered to be there for the CT scan when the hospital was essentially there. The hospital he's been going to is right next to the dentist. So, you know, they were willing to attend it, but his hospital now is in Philly. So I don't really see his dentist going over there, but I'll give her a heads up anyway. Yes, we do need donations. I actually have a really big announcement as far as donations go. Originally, we were going to start this Thursday on August 1st. But considering what's going on with Wyatt and that we need donations now, we've moved it up a bit. So we have an incredible offer of a matching gift. There's actually 3 donors who joined together to provide a matching gift. And it will start today and run until the end of August. It is $8,500 matching gift. So any gift that you donate starting today will be doubled up to $8,500. That is an astronomical matching gift. I'm so excited and grateful that we're able to offer this, and that the donors are okay with us, moving it up to start now. But if we can raise enough for this whole matched gift of $8,500, that would be incredible. His hospital stay right now, our estimate was $8,000. That was before the CT scan, before any surgery, before the echo. That was mostly just keeping him in the hospital and doing some blood work and things like that. So it's going to be much more than that, especially if he ends up having surgery. So we definitely need donations to come in. So thank you, Boonies, for mentioning that, and thank you to our matching donors. So if we raise the full amount, that's $16,000 with that matching gift. Which we really need. So thank you, thank you. What other questions? Did I miss anything? Oh yeah, I should have said that. Even if the dentist can't be there, the CT scan does include the jaw and the mouth. So those results will be sent to his dentist so they can review the results, and we'll get that benefit after the fact. I just don't think they're going to fix the jaw tomorrow. I don't think that's happening. Yeah, Bugs and Jack went to this hospital for cardiology. Yeah. Yes, everybody who donates gets a Wyatt pack all the way through the end of August. So now is a perfect time to donate, because not only do you get a matching gift for your donation, but you also get a Wyatt pack. So if you haven't donated yet, now is the perfect time. So he's getting anesthesia for a full body CT scan. That includes his whole head, his chest, his abdomen, everything to do with his lungs, his heart, his abdomen, his jaw, his brain. That's all included in this CT scan. Um, no, you don't need to do anything special for the donations. It does not have to just go to Wyatt. It is, the match is for any donation, and the Wyatt pack is for any donation. So you don't need to do anything special. If you donate starting today until we reach the match or August 31st, whatever happens first, your donation will be matched. As long as you do it on the website. You can't do it on Facebook or Instagram. Those donations don't count because I don't get donor information from Meta on those. Like they don't share your address with me. So I can't mail Wyatt packs to people who donate on Facebook or Instagram. But if you donate through the website, or you can send a check. If you mail a check to the post office box, those will also count toward the match, and you will get a Wyatt pack. Yeah, that's right, Jill. Everybody will get these CT results. So his dentist will get it. His cardiologist will get it. His internist will get it. His neurologist will get it. Yep. Thank you, everyone. That's right, Nutty. The whole wide world will get a copy of the CT scan. Yes. Nutty wants a copy. I hope it's something like when Kenna and Tate got their MRIs, they gave us a CD disc with the MRI images on it, so I was able to save them and like post them and stuff like that. But it was something where, they gave us a disc with all the information, all the images. So I hope a CT scan is something like that. Thank you so much, guys. Yeah, if there's anything interesting, I definitely want a copy of the images for sure. A copy in the Wyatt pack. I'll send out what do you call like those thumb drive USB sticks? Thank you so much, Jennifer. Thanks everyone for donating, for sure. Yeah, Robin, I thought that after I said if he has anything interesting. Of course he's going to have something interesting. Of course a CT scan is going to be interesting. Oh, that's good to know, Sue, that you can get a CT requested on disc. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping I can get for him. Not that I'm going to be able to easily read it or anything. I mean, trying to read Tate's MRI, I have no idea what I'm looking at, but... Thanks, everyone. He will not be fixed or neutered while he's under. That's not something we're including in this one. So, everybody can rest easy today. He seems stable and, not at all critical today. He's just kind of hanging tight while they run some tests. So, hopefully you guys can all just kind of relax today. And then, the real nerve-wracking time period will be tomorrow when all this is happening. So, of course, I will keep you all updated as soon as I hear news. I'll let you know. I don't know how long, I don't know exactly when he would be scheduled to for the procedure, or how long it takes. That's all up in the air. So we'll all be wringing our hands tomorrow. Yeah, exactly right, Kat. They don't want them, even though neutering takes like 3 minutes, it's not a life-saving procedure, and that's really what we're going for, is, keep it to whatever he needs, to better his life. Neutering, is not something that's gonna to do that. So all right. Yeah, he's on IV antibiotics right now. This is it, guys, though. Since he arrived in, the beginning of March, end of March, we've been talking, every single doctor, every single specialist has said, we need a CT scan, we need a CT scan. This is it. We've finally gotten to a point where we could get some answers. So, as scary as it is, I am also excited at the possibility that we might, and even if we don't have any definitive diagnoses, we'll be able to rule things out. Even that is incredibly helpful, to be able to say he doesn't have these things that we thought he might have had. That's just as valuable. So I just am excited for answers, finally. Okay, guys. I'm gonna go save this downstairs in case anybody missed it, with the full update. And if you missed it, go back and watch, or you're gonna have to wait for a summary, because I know our mods, it's gonna take some time to put together a PSA for this. This is a lot of information, so. But if you missed anything, better to go back. I started at 1 o'clock, 40-minute update, quite a bit to cover. All right, guys, here we go.